When dawn spread out her fingertips of rose, we turned out marveling to toward the isle, while Zeus's shy-nymph daughters flushed wild goats down from the heights, a breakfast for my men. We ran to fetch our hunting bows and long-shanked lances from the ships, and in 3 companies we took our shots. Heaven gave us game aplenty. For every one of 12 ships in my squadron, 9 goats fell to be shared. My lot was 10. So there all day, until the sun went down, we made our feast on meat galore and wine, wine from the ship, for our supply held out. So many jars were filled at Ismaros from stores of the Cacones that we had plundered. We gazed too at Cyclopes' land so near, we saw their smoke, heard bleating from their flocks. But after sundown and the gathering dusk, we slept again above the wash of ripples, and the young dawn with fingertips of rose came in the east. I called my men together and made a speech to them. Old shipmates, friends, the rest of you stand by. I'll make the crossing in my own ship with my own company and find out what the mainland natives are, for they may be wild savages and lawless, or hospitable and God-fearing men. At this I went aboard and gave the word to cast off by the stern. My oarsmen followed, filing into their benches by the rowlocks, and all in line dipped oars in the grey sea. As we rowed on and nearer to the mainland at one end of the bay, we saw a cavern yawning above the water, screened with laurel, and many rams and goats about the place inside a sheepfold, made from slabs of stone, earth-fast between tall trunks of pine and rugged, towering oak trees. A prodigious man slept in this cave alone and took his flocks to graze afield, remote from all companions, knowing none but savage ways, a brute so huge he seemed no man at all, of those who eat good wheaten bread. But he seemed rather a shaggy mountain reared in solitude. We beached there, and I told the crew to stand by and keep watch over the ship. As for myself, I took my 12 best fighters and went ahead. I had a goat skin full of that sweet liquor that Euanthes' son, Marin, had given me. He kept Apollo's holy grove at Ismaros. For kindness we showed him there, and showed his wife and child. He gave me 7 shining golden talents perfectly formed, a solid silver wine bowl, and then this liquor, 12 two-handled jars of brandy, pure and fiery. Not a slave in Marin's household knew this drink. Only he, his wife, and the storeroom mistress knew. And they would put 1 cupful, ruby-colored, honey-smooth, and 20 more of water, but still the sweet scent hovered like a fume over the wine bowl. No man turned away when cups of this came round. A wineskin full I brought along, and victuals in a bag, for in my bones I knew some towering brute would be upon us soon, all outward power, a wild man, ignorant of civility. We climbed then briskly to the cave, but Cyclops had gone afield to pasture his fat sheep, so we looked round at everything inside, a drying rack that sagged with cheeses, pens crowded with lambs and kids, each in its class, firstlings apart from middlings, and the dewdrops, or newborn lambkins, penned apart from both, and vessels full of whey were brimming there, bowls of earthenware and pails for milking. My men came pressing round me, pleading, "Why not take these cheeses, get them stowed, come back, throw open all the pens and make a run for it. We'll drive the kids and lambs aboard. We say put out again on good salt water. Ah, how sound that was, yet I refused. I wished to see the caveman, what he had to offer. No pretty sight it turned out for my friends.